Thank you, Father Kelly, Father Olafson, Reverend Fathers, honored guests, and my dear brothers. The priest who has made a profound impact on my life and who I want to speak about tonight is Father Luke Winkelmann from the Archdiocese of Chicago. He is the pastor of St. John Vianney Parish in Northlake, Illinois, and good friend. Three aspects that stuck with me and that I want to share with you is Father Luke's prayer life, his fatherhood, and leadership. Father Luke is a man of deep prayer. There have been various times when I have seen Father in prayer. Before he hears confessions, after Mass, when I'm doing my holy hour, he'll be there, and various other times. Father Luke celebrates the Mass with devotion and great reverence. During the processional and recessional, he will be in prayer. For the majority of the Mass, in fact, he will have his hands folded and a serene countenance, and I take this to be a sign of a man who is deep in prayer. Father Luke always begins with prayer for any parish event or activity, always recalling the presence of God, and that all we do is for the glory of God. Secondly, I would like to talk about Father Luke Winkelmann's fatherhood. In my many years as an altar server, I have witnessed Father Luke's gentleness and his serenity toward me and other servers when I have made mistakes and was unsure of myself. A fond memory is when I was unsure whether or not I was to go up and give the cruets to Father during the offertory. I kind of stood there confused and wondering if I should go or not. And Father looked at me and saw this look of confusion and saw me there. And he said, he gave me a nod, which I took to be a sign of assurance. Father Luke also has a conviction to hear regular confession, that his children, his flock, need regular confession. And so he offers it regularly. When Father Luke isn't in the office, praying at a parish event or whatever it may be, he is in the confessional. He makes sure that his parishioners have the opportunity to know the mercy of God the Father. Finally, I want to speak about Father's leadership. During the years I have been at my home parish, Father Luke has begun many initiatives. Whether these were his own ideas or parishioners, he would always ensure that this initiative, whatever it was from the Lord, for the salvation of souls, for the glory of God. Notably, most recently, he has undergone an initiative to beautify the church. I must admit that my home parish isn't very attractive, but it is the church he was given. And it is with this zeal that he tries to bring his sheep to the end, namely to beautify the church for the glory of God. Whether they see his vision or not, he tries to bring people to that end. A concrete example was when he was renovating the sanctuary. He was thinking of different tabernacles, different carpet, different marble. And he asked me, a lowly seminarian, what my opinion was. And, I told him my opinion, but I don't know if he listened. But whether or not he listened, he brought me into the process, and he brought other people into the process, that they may feel seen and loved, that they may not necessarily share his vision, because let's be honest, who always agrees with one another, but rather that they see the end, that he is trying to do this for the glory of God, that he is trying to do this for the edification of souls. Lastly, I want to speak about Father's zeal, which underlines all these characteristics. Father Luke has a desire that his flock, his children, would attain salvation. One example of this is when I was at my home parish for the Triduum, he offered extended hours of confession that people might go to him, people who haven't gone to confession for 5, 10, 15 years. And he had such joy. He would always tell me, I got a big one. and his preparation for homilies for the Triduum, and prayer, and making sure that people might hear the voice of God through him. And all this because he has such zeal for the salvation of souls, for the glory of God. So for Father Luke's deep prayer life, his fatherhood, his leadership, and zeal for souls, I say praise be Jesus Christ.